Hi everyone, Shaky Woodworker here. Today in the Shaky Shop, um, we're going to do some stuff with epoxy resin. Now, I don't know a whole lot about epoxy resin and doing that with wood, only what I've seen on some YouTube channels. And I've done some stuff with epoxy resin with bowls and turning wood bowls. Like I've added some epoxy resin to a bowl blank before I turned it, and came out with some kind of cool bowls. This one is a piece of crabapple tree, and it had some blemishes and stuff that I took out and sanded and filled them with epoxy before I turned it on the lathe. But you can do some pretty cool stuff. So today what I want to do is I'm going to make a clock out of a piece of cherry wood. And this piece of cherry wood, you can see has some really nice grain pattern to it. I think that finishing out the round part of it and putting the clock mechanism in the middle, I think that might turn out kind of cool. So what I've been struggling with is making the resin molds to sink this in. Now I've read some things online and I've done a few experiments. I've made several different molds, several different failures in making these molds, but yeah, I've done different sizes. This is a 8x8. This one is a 12x12. This one's a little 6x6 or 6x 1.5, I think. I was making it for pen blanks, so I tried that. Let's see. I've tried these silicone sheets. Now, the epoxy doesn't stick to it, and guess what? Nothing else sticks to it. So you can't really line your tray with it and have it stick to the tray, because nothing sticks to it. I've tried some Power Grab, I've tried contact cement, I've tried different epoxies. Nothing seems to stick to it. So it's a good idea, and I'm still going to work trying to figure out how I can stick this down to the wood, so that when I'm done with the mold, it'll just slip out. But we'll see. Even this one, I made this one. This is a an 8x2.5, I think. This would be for like making wood turning handles and things, or handles that you can turn on the lathe. But even here, anything I use to stick it down to the wood just kind of peels back away from the wood. I was able to silicone the inside, and I'm going to try see how that works, but my feeling is that when I pull the completed form out, that the whole thing's going to come out. I'm pretty sure that's what's going to happen. I did do some other investigations, and I heard somewhere that Tyvek tape, Tyvek tape works well. So I stopped at Lowe's last night and picked up a roll, and I did silicone the inside edges. I'm hoping that will, oh, and I'm going to use some silicone mold release. This is by CRC, and we'll see. That's supposed to help it release from the Tyvek tape. So when we come back, I am going to be mixing some resin. I still have a little bit of buffing to do on this. I put a little mineral oil on there just to make it shine up a little bit. Hopefully it really has a really nice grain pattern, and I'm hoping to make the resin mold somewhat translucent, so you can see the grain pattern. And then this part of the wood will be sticking up out of the resin, so I can sand it down and shine it along with the other part, the resin here, to make the clock. So we'll be back in a little bit and for part 2, and we'll see how we mix and pour some resin. Alright, thanks a lot. See you soon.